Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Rita and Cheryl. Thank you for joining me this morning. And so we're doing cardio and strength today, and we're starting with a cardio, which includes some strength and some core work as well. So for this first part, so if you're doing just the first 20 minutes with us, you're gonna need your yoga mat, a chair, and one small weight that is optional, so you can hold a book in your hand or whatever small object you have. It's just gonna be as an extra little focus for our hands. I have 2 pounds weight, and that's all I'm gonna use today. And then if you're staying for longer, we're gonna use 2 weights. So if you have water bottles or cans, that will work as well if you don't have the weights. And then I have my little steps tool. So we're gonna be on all 4. And if you know you have a hard time with your wrist, have a steps tool or yoga blocks. That works very well too. So whatever you have at home, or a chair. I find the chair a little too high for what we're doing, but if you don't have any of the others, that will work as well. So we're gonna start with a little warm up. There is 6 of us this morning. That's great on this beautiful Wednesday morning. So a little bit fresh out there, but a beautiful day. So we're gonna start, in the middle with your feet under your hips, and you're gonna lift your heel up. Little stretch into your foot, bring it down, and other side. Let's work a little bit on balance. So you're gonna exhale, lifting the heel up, going up on your toes, and then let's bring it down and down, other side. Make sure you're not sinking into the hip. So you're bringing your heel up on the tip of your toes, bringing it down and down. Let's do that one more time on each side. Exhale, lifting up on your toes, making sure your hips are staying even, and other side. Exhale, up and down. Good, balancing on one leg, let's bend the other. I gave some homework to my group yesterday at the Centre Charlemagne Club. I said you should do these every day for the weeks. I see them next week. So 3 to 6 per side every day. So if you're doing your workouts with me, you're doing those every day. So you're all set. No homework for you. And then other side, unlock the knee. But if you're doing just these workouts, try and add these in your morning routine. So you get up and just get your hips unlocked. And I love these. We used to do them as a warm-up for any kayaking class that we did, or a stand-up paddling class. And just to kind of move the hips around, because when you're sitting in a kayak or standing on a board, they're locked in place pretty much the whole time. So feet a little bit wider than your hips. And you're going to bring your arms up. Relax your shoulder. You're going to rotate one forward, the other one back. And then little switch. And little switch. Just gently. So don't force it. Just go to one and then slowly to the other. Good. Now we're going to add a little bit more. So you're going to rotate one forward, the other one back. You're going to look over the hand that's rotated back, and then try to rotate a little further on both sides. And let's switch. Gently, a little further. Switch, one more time per side. Gently, a little further. And the other side. Gently, a little further. Back to center. Rotate your wrist. So I know I don't have music in the background because I do run into copyright issues, which is normal. So have your favorite music playing in the background. Music is a big help when you're working out. So pick what you like and put it in your background. So we're gonna go with our ankles a little bit more. Unlock one knee, straighten the other. Give me some big circle with your ankle, and bigger. In other direction, and bigger. Good, let's switch side. Unlock the knee, straighten the other, circles, and bigger. Other direction. So I had a few people this week asking about foot pain. That's just appeared late in the last week or the last couple of weeks. And then I know like sometimes it could be something we did, It's also, I can exercise a movement. It could also be because we went from really nice and warm to cold, and then you're wearing maybe different shoes, excuse me, or for someone it was a sitting job, new thing. So just look around and see in your past couple weeks, see what happened that could, a change that would have affected your feet. So if you do have any pain, just take it easy, do the no impact version of everything. And just, you know, think pulling down here, little tap in your toes, and you're pulling down. So you're not letting yourself fall down every time. Be nice and light on your ankles. Little tap. Okay, let's do a little reach. Now here, I'm just lifting my arm up a little bit. I'm not going up to the ceiling yet. I want you to think about the shoulder. Try to keep it in place. So I don't want you to restrict your movement and be all stuck. Relax. And I'm getting you to keep the shoulder in place so we can actually increase the range of your movement. And up. Reach. A little bit more. So I'm lightening my arm a little bit more, but I'm not pulling on my shoulder. So nice and control, little bend into your knees. Now if your knees are in pain, make sure you're not making it worse. So if I'm telling you to do a little bend into your knees and this is hurting, keep just a little unlock, but keep them soft, don't keep them straight here. Little soft knees, but engaged. I know there's a lot to think about. Let's bring your arms to the front, little twist here, little rotation. So I want you to lengthen your spine so we're not just twisting here, we're pulling up. Now shoulders are down, but I'm not forcing them down, sticking the chest out, so you just relax them. Lengthen your neck a little bit more. Now as I'm giving the options, if I give different options and none of them work for you, please send me a little note in the comments and I will find something for you. Last one. All right, so our first part is 50-second on, 10-second off. 50 seconds is long, so we did 20-10 on Monday, and when I ask you to skip for 20 seconds, you're gonna skip faster than if I say, okay, now we have to do that for 50 seconds. So pace yourself, do what you can. We're starting at the end of a chair with runners with a twist. So when you're doing your runners, you're gonna have your hands stacked right over underneath your shoulders. You're gonna go into a plank position. You're gonna bring one knee in, the other. Then you go into your wrist towards your wrist. So I'm not going here, sinking in. I'm just bringing it towards, not sinking in, okay? Now if you have a hard time with your wrists, you can do this one on your elbows and then walk them. Side, side. And I'm going to remind you to keep your eyes in front of your chair, because if I have my eyes on my toes, my back is curved, and if I have my eyes on the back here, my neck is strained, and I have a tendency to sink into my low back and put every pound of my upper body on my poor wrist. So here, you're stacked, and your core is helping you hold yourself up, making sure you're not sinking into those shoulders. If you can't at all go on the chair, give me knee up, little side, side. So up, up, side, side, with a march with your arm. So the chair, but an option to stand. Then we're gonna start at the end of the mat away from our chair, and we're gonna do a nice wide step. Forward, the length of your mat, center. Lift your heels up, you have a little incline forward, walk it back. You can also walk it faster, little mini jog back. You're inclined forward and you're lifting those heels up, because if I'm here and I'm lifting, I might actually hit my heel on the floor. Then we're grabbing that one small weight in front. So it can be a book and or a water bottle, and grabbing it in front. You're giving me a half circle with step, touch, over, touch. So from the side, the weight is close to me. I don't want it out here. Close, touch. and over, touch. Okay, so making sure you put you take the time to make sure this foot is nice and solid on the ground, little touch. So I'm going to start them slow. I'm going to increase the speed a little bit. We do have 50 seconds, so you do what you can for today. All right. And this one, I'm not going to do it yet, but I'm going to add a little jump. So you can step it the whole time, no impact. All right, so let's get ready. And hands are going to be under your wrist. Make sure you do the modification that works for you. Extend your feet to the back so you're into a nice plank position. Make sure you're not pushing that chair away. Knee in, corner, corner. In, side, side. In, side, side. Your shoulders are staying stacked. Your eyes are on the front of that chair. Not looking up past the back. And you're not looking at your knees. Side, side, front, front, side, side. Keep going. Don't back up like I'm going to do. I want to look at my time. All right, I've got 20 seconds. Front, front, side, side, front, front, side, side. You can go a little faster. You got 10 more seconds. Breathe. Keep your shoulders stacked all the way to the end. And bring it up. Relax your wrist. Let's walk to the end of your mat. Now, nice wide step. And we're going to go to the end of our mat. I'm doing 4-step. Center, lift those knees up. Little walk or jog back. So you can do small steps back. And then you can increase those steps. Depending on your comfort zone while you're going backwards. I'm trying to keep your brain really active too. So it's good for all those brain cells. Perfect. We've got just a little over 10 seconds left for this one. This is not too bad. And we'll run back one more time and stay here. You're going to grab the weight, just one, or your water bottle, and holding it on each side. Make sure you're not up here. So shoulders are down and half circle, elbows are bent. It's close to your body. We're not out here moving that weight. So step, touch, touch. There's a little rotation of your core, but I'm not following it forward. Landing toes, ball of the foot, heel. Take light landing. Wide step, but light landing. And you're touching your other foot. Good, keeping your arms close, nice and controlled. Tighten your grip around that weight or the water bottle so you're controlling it. It's just not just flinging around. And relax. All right, let's put that weight down. I like to put it on the floor. That way, I know it's not going to go any further. Grab some water. We're going to do that again. I'm going to change things up a little bit. Just one thing. So we're still doing our runner with a twist. If that didn't work for you, remember you can go on your elbows or you can take it up, in, side, side. Make sure you're not doing in, side. So up nice and tall, in, side, side. So make sure you know you can take it up. Then whenever we're doing that forward running back, we're going to switch it up to a frog forward. Okay, I know anything that has animal names, eh? So feet are going to be, and if that doesn't work for you, do the step forward. Okay, so if what I'm doing, you're like, okay, this is crazy, Sylvie, then just keep those wide step forward, running it back. That's why I started with those. So hands are down, the bum is down. Make sure you're not here. And then hands in front. I like to be on my fingers. You can be on your hands and feet in. So you're lifting your feet to the front of your mat, in, running back. So I'll do that again. You're about the width of the mat. Hips back, hands down. You're gonna go to where you can with those hips, and then forward. So it's just a little lift. Okay, you can also walk it. I'm gonna redo the walking. So hands down, walk, forward. Make sure you alternate the front foot. All right, so that's another option. Or keep it at those steps we just did standing up. All right, so we're starting with our runners with a twist. Hands stacked right underneath your shoulders into that nice plank. And let's get ready. In, side, side. In, side, side. So I'm going a little faster here. Do what you can for today. Remember, you got 50 seconds of this. I'm going to tell you when we're halfway through. So if you feel, oh, I can go a little faster, then go ahead. I'll also tell you at 10 seconds. Breathe. Eyes in front of your chair. Halfway. In, side, side. Go at the pace that works for you today. Breathe. Make sure you breathe out. And 10 seconds. It's almost over. And come on up and relax. I keep pushing my mat back. So let's go to the end of your mat. Remember, relax your shoulders, front or standing. So hands down, you can jump or walk those. Make sure you step or run back, lifting those heels. So I'm going a little faster here. Nice and controlled. Hands down. I'm working on my fingers. You can have your full hands down here. Make sure you use the whole hand, not just where your wrist is. You have 20 seconds here. Now if you notice that your hands are crooked on the floor, or that you're not using all of your fingers, fix it. Make your focus on that. Last frog forward. Last one. Come on up, grab that weight. And we're going to do a little step to the side. So relax those shoulders. Weight is close to you, remember. Step, mini squat. Touch. So step, touch. Now, same thing here. I'm going to add a little hop. That's an option. And you're touching, you're controlling that weight. Sometimes when we start adding that little hop, our arms get crazy. So control the arms and then add the hop. If you find that your arms are going too wide, step it back. Then add it again. Taking the time to place that foot, toes by the foot heel touch. It's almost over for round 2. And relax. All right. Grab some water, breathe into your nose, out through your mouth. One more round. Okay. So for your last round, you're thinking, oh, I hope those frogs are not there anymore. So I switched it up, and we're gonna do a little off to the side. So you're gonna start on one side of your mat, side, side, side. How many you want to do? 4, 5? For me, it depended on each step forward, and then again running it back. So you can walk it like I just did as you're going forward, or you can hop it and center. So I usually did 4 to 5. Don't think too much about it when you get to where you're happy. So if I get here, for me, I need to go a little further. And so my brain just says, go to the end of your mat. So go there. But if you're ready to step it back just to the center, lifting those heels all the way to the end. All right, one more round. And remember the modification for this one, on your elbows, your wrist, or standing. Stack your shoulders right over those hands, stepping it back into plank, and in, side, side. You can walk it. Walking it is gonna still increase your cardio. You have to support your weight here. Go at the speed that works for you today. Breathe. Keep your eyes in front of your chair. Make sure you're not arching your back in either direction. You're not straining your neck. You're more than halfway. It's the last time we do this. 10 seconds. Keep your shoulders stacked. Breathe. Good. Come on up. Relax those wrists. Relax your shoulders. Let's walk to the end of your mat. You're going to start on one side. Let's get ready. I'm going to start stepping it. So over, all the way forward and over. Center, step or run back. And over. Run it back. Over. You can take little step back. Do what you are comfortable. I don't want anyone falling back here. So lifting those heels up. Especially if you have running shoes that are a little elevated. Sometimes they have that little, even little bit of an indent towards the back. Lift your heels up. Little incline forward. Good, one more time. And back. All right, let's grab that little weight. Side stepping. I'm gonna add the hop, optional. Shoulder blades are in. Step it, touch. So you can speed it up, keeping it no impact. You're just doing a little step to each side, controlling the weights in front. You can add that little hop. Toes ball to the foot, heel. Squeeze the weight or your water bottle as if you think you're going to drop it on your toes. Breathe. In through your nose. Probably out through your mouth or through your nose, doesn't matter, but in through your nose. All the way to the end. It's almost over. And you are done for that part. All right. So, grab some water and we're gonna go into the strength part. So for our strength part, we don't need the chair. Actually, you might. So I'll just explain in a second. All right, we're gonna start with our arms today. 30-second on, 10-second off. In that 10-second, you're gonna relax your shoulders. Grab 2 small water bottles, 2 small cans, 2 small weight, whatever you have, 1 to 2 pounds, so nothing crazy. And we're gonna get going, 30-second each. So if that's the time you had for today, then you're done, and know that you still got some arm work, shoulder, core, and legs, and cardio in that short time. All right, so we're gonna stand. Oops, sorry, I forgot about the chair. So I'm gonna do these standing. If whenever you have found over the past little while that you have some back pain, then I would like you to do those seated. And I'll explain to you why. So here, whenever I'm bringing even the small weights in front, they're up here and they're heavy there. And then my back wants to help and compensate. And I exaggerate, but that's what's happening with your muscles here. The hips let go, the core lets go, and these back muscles are doing all the support work. And so here, if you've had, even if you think, oh, I'm straight, but you have that back pain, take this to a seated position. So here, you're gonna have, at least this part is stabilized already. You don't have to think as much about it. And then lifting your weight, it's not gonna have that same of hips forward momentum or want to go hip forward. Okay, so any back pain or strain in your neck, take the chair. If not, you can be standing. So I'm going to leave that up to you. I'm going to explain as we go. So your palms are facing up to start. Shoulders in, feet under your hips or in line with your hips for your thighs. If you're sitting, lift the weights up to about shoulder height. Let's bang them together. Gently press, press, press. Bring it down and bring it up. And slowly down, just a little and up. Now your back is in neutral. Breathe in, and when you breathe out, pelvic floor in to help you prevent this hip forward. Good, now relax the shoulders. The next one, we're curling. So weights are gonna be at the same height, palms towards the ceiling, shoulders in. Exhale, lift, weights in front, curl, extend, curl, extend. Now, if you're here and you're starting to feel, even if you're sitting, you're starting to feel that strain in your shoulders, bring the weights down here. It's going to be a little bit less heavy. Good, breathe. Out into your nose. Good, bring your arms down, relax. Palms are going to be towards each other this time. We're not going to bang our fingers, no worries. We're going to do those curls. So shoulders in, let's exhale, bring it up. Now curl in, extend. You're extending in control so that you're not swinging your wrist. Make sure the weights are not heavy, but make sure your wrists are in line, that you're not twisting your wrist here. Exhale in. Good, and bring those weights down. Relax the shoulders. We're going to go into a V this time. So open up into a V shape. So in front, not out to the side, just a little in front. And lift the weights up and curl and open. Curl and open. So if this is too easy, bring it up a little higher. If it's too hard, bring those elbows down. So the easiest would be your arms by your sides here. And then as you're lifting those upper arms up, it's making those weights a little bit harder to handle. Make sure you're breathing out, pelvic floor in every time. Good, bring those weights in. Perfect, relax. We're gonna do that curl with your elbows by your side, and then we're gonna press it up. Make sure when you press it up, abs are engaged, we're not dipping forward. So arms to your side, curl, press, in, down. Breathe out here. Pelvic floor in. So if you're in the seated position and you've got those light weights and you're like, this is easy, that's fine. I would like you to notice tomorrow or the day after if you're feeling that back pain. And relax. Now if your back pain is always there, I'm not going to make it go away with that. But if it's after we do some of these exercises, then hopefully it would be gone. So we're going to bring our arms up and then you're going to rotate your palms to the ceiling. Again, arms a little lower if the weights are heavy and we're curling. Now, just in case you hadn't noticed, there's a lot of shoulders, but lots of biceps work today. And extend. Abs in, pelvic floor in. Every time you breathe out, think about those abs engaging, glutes engaging a little bit. Good, and bring it in and relax. Relax your shoulders. All right, and we're gonna hold it for the last one. So we're gonna bring our arms up and open, and you're gonna hold it in place here. Now, if you're here and you're like, yeah, this is pretty easy, give me a little pulse. Pulse. Little tiny pulse. Neck is not straining. If you're feeling the strain in your neck, replace your shoulders, stop the pulse. Breathe. Squeeze those weights. You got 5 seconds left. Good, and bring it down. And that's it for your arms for today. All right, let's put the weights to the side. We're gonna go on the floor for the next part. So grab some water if you need to, and you can fold your yoga mat. We're gonna be on our knees. So you can have a little extra padding for your knees. And so we're going from our knees for a few exercises for the glutes, and then I'm taking it down on your back. And so I'm gonna stop the timer for that, so that we have plenty of time. All right, here, I'm on my hands or my fist, okay? And so fist or hands, but if you do have any issues with your wrist, you can grab a yoga block or two and have your elbows on each. So here, okay? And then, or a little higher on that little step stool. If you don't have either one, you can have a chair. It's a little higher, but that's okay. And then here, I want you to focus on your core as you're bringing that leg up. So we're gonna flex the foot and we're gonna bring it up here. Now your hips today are gonna stay even, and that line in your back is for your spine is gonna stay even. I don't want this to happen. Not even a little dip. That little movement in the line here causes a lot of issues in the back. So I want you to lift that leg up to where you feel the glute engage, squeeze the glute, bring it down, breathe out, up. Then we're gonna go into a long leg, same thing. Then we're gonna go into a bent leg, pulse. Long leg, pulse. So we're gonna do one side, then the other side, other. We got 10 seconds to relax our wrist. After these 4 exercises, we're going on our back on the floor. All right, let's get going. So whichever position you're in for your hands, make sure you're not sinking into those shoulders. So nice and stable, right foot flex. Exhale, lift that right heel towards the ceiling. Inhale down. Exhale, press up, squeeze the glutes. So it's not a fast movement. Exhale, press up, squeezing. In. Exhale. So you're going to inhale through your nose. Pelvic floor in when you're trying to press that heel up. And you're going to feel these engage a little bit more. Knee down and relax. Relax your wrist. Let's go on the other side. And let's press it up. Left foot, breathe in. Exhale, press up. Inhale down. Now here, we're going to have a tendency to sink into this shoulder. I exaggerate here. Nobody does this much. But watch that shoulder. Nice and stable core, which means try to balance your weight between the 2 hands. Make sure you're not pushing more on one than the other. And your arms are extended. Squeezing the glutes. Good, bring it in. Relax those wrists. Now if your wrists are in pain, go on those elbows. Use the yoga blocks or the little bench. Or go on your wrist. Extend that leg. Let's exhale. Press it up. Inhale, touch the toes. Exhale, up. Inhale, touch the toes. Exhale, up. So we're going for the straight in the middle of the glute today. If you want more side legs, I suggest that you do the eccentrics and the Pilates for this week. And bring it in, relax. So depending on the week, I'll just balance out the workouts and hands down. So today we're doing straight for the middle of the glute. Pressing up, exhale. So there's no side legs. Abs in. So here, you're doing also a core workout. Control that leg down. Don't let it fall. Watch your neck. You're not looking up in front. You're looking just in front of your hands on the floor. Good, and bring it in, relax. So we should start feeling the glute a little bit. Now we're going to do those pulses. So bend the knee, flex your foot. Right leg up into a donkey kick, and then press. Release, press. So little pulses. So you're releasing a little bit, pressing it up. Take a break whenever you need to. Make sure you're not falling into that left shoulder. You're not sinking into both shoulder or pushing up. Try to keep it neutral. I know it's a lot to think about. Breathe. That's the most important one. Good, and bring it in. Relax, relax your wrist. All right, on the other side, bending the knee, flexing the foot. Let's press it up and a little pulse. Down, up. Down, up. So here the pulses are happening fast. I just want you to breathe whenever and focusing on that exhale. Really strengthen your core when you're exhaling. And to really strengthen your core, you're going to try to think about drawing in that pelvic floor. Okay, it's almost over. And bring it down and relax. So last week we used the bands on Wednesday. And we did a lot of those other areas of the glutes. So straight leg, press it up, little pulse, pulse. So here, keep the shoulders into that neutral position. Straight leg, long leg. And you should start feeling that just in the bottom part of your glute. Breathe. So you're trying to get all the areas over time. Breathe. Make sure you're not sinking the belly. Because as the leg works harder, the rest wants to take a little break. Relax. One more, and then we're going on our back. So fist or hands, whichever you like, straight leg. Let's bring it up and then little pulse. So you're a little down, pressing up. Now make sure you're breathing out at some point here, so we're not holding our breath. You're nice and neutral in your shoulders. Whenever you're breathing out, think about the lower part of your belly. Pull it in. It's almost over. Good, and let's bring it in, and let's go on our back. So I'm going to stop the timer here so we have the time to extend our mat, and I want you to be on your back into that neutral position. And I'm going to actually lower the screen here. It's not too bad, so that you have a better view. And I would like you to be on your back with your knees bent and your back in neutral. All right, so get comfortable. Shoulder blades in the little pocket, heels close to your bum. We're gonna inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale down. When you're exhaling, lifting, you're squeezing the glutes. You're making sure the weight at the top here is not in your neck. It's in the top of your back. And exhale, lift. Inhale down. You're pressing into those heels. Exhale, lift. Inhale down. Good. We're going to relax here. We're going to bring it in, shift the hips. We're going to do a walking bridge. So heels down. We're going to keep it up. So exhale, lift. Stay up here. Extend, in, lift. Extend, in, lift. Extend, in, lift. You're squeezing the glutes. You're trying to keep the hips up the whole time. Again, the weight is in the upper back, not your neck. Time is flying way too fast. All right, let's lower your hips, bring your knees in. And we're gonna do one more. Feet are together for this one. We're gonna bring the heels close to the bum. You're gonna lift, open the knees a little bit, close, down. Exhale, up, open, close, down. Exhale, up, open, close, down. Good. Making sure the weight is in the upper back. You are squeezing your glutes here. And one more. Good, and relax. All right, let's bring your knees in. we have a little short ab sequence because everything you just did here is also for your abs. But I know it's nice to have a little extra. So we're gonna do alternating toe tap to start. Now I want that back to be in the neutral position the whole time. The entire ab sequence we're doing here, we're not pushing the low back into the floor. I want it into that neutral position. So depending on the movement, some movements we do one or the other. So that's why today I have that little space underneath my low back. I'm gonna keep it there the whole time. So we're gonna inhale. On the next exhale, we're gonna lift the knees up. Okay, now they're in tabletop. And we're gonna keep them at that angle. And you're gonna pick one knee, inhale, down. Exhale, switch. Inhale, exhale. So it's nice and slow. And you're just touching alternating toes. Now, if you're here, and you're like, all right, I've got that pelvic floor in and the whole thing, and it's going really well, then feel free to take it both feet at a time for the last little bit. Good, and we're gonna do a bicycle. So one leg up, and I want you to press that heel down as you're exhaling. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. So depending on that back, you can stop right here, or you can go kissing the floor and then up. You're kissing the floor, so you're not resting. You just, whoops, I touched it in, it's burning. Pressing that heel down. So you can keep doing this, or you can add that little opposite shoulder. Keeping that back in neutral, shoulder comes up. Other side, shoulder comes up. You can keep it without the shoulder. So if you have any neck strain, you can have your hands underneath your neck here. And it's a twist of your upper torso. The low back is staying in neutral the whole time. So I'm lifting one shoulder. I'm not pulling on my neck here. Remember, you have the option to keep your head down. And bring your knees in, relax a little bit. Feet down. All right, let's lengthen the torso and lift the shoulders off the ground. So head, shoulders off. You can have your hands underneath, but I don't want you to pull on the neck. So I'm looking up at the ceiling. Now I want you to press the shoulders down. Lengthen, press up. Lengthen, press down. Try to lengthen your spine as you're pressing down. You're kissing the floor coming up. Lengthen, press down. Lengthen up. And you're going to exhale as you're lengthening. Good, all the way to the floor. And relax, bring your knees in. A little shift here. Okay, and I think I have one more. Hello. That was it? All right. Okay. And it's 58, so it's perfect timing. So let's stay on the floor here for a second. You're going to relax your shoulders. So take a deep breath in. And exhale. Try to let the tension of your neck and your shoulders go. You're going to take your right knee in and you're going to give me little circles with it. Good. And then take your ankle and put it on your knee. Hand on the inside. You're just going to gently press it open. And release. Grab the top of your leg, gently bring your left knee in. Adding that little movement of your hips here. Good, and let's bring it down. Let's switch leg. Bring your knee in, relax your hip. Ankle on your right knee, gently pressing it open. Good, release. Grab the top of your leg, gently bring it in. Adding that little movement. And release. Good. Let's bring that right leg in. Extend. You're pointing your foot without cramping your toes. Grab your leg wherever it works here. I just don't want you to be working really hard here. So wherever that works, foot is pointed, not cramping the toes. You're gonna gently pull it in. You're gonna release. You're gonna flex your foot. Little stretch into your calf. You're gonna gently pull it in to deepen a tiny bit that stretch. Release. Keep that foot flexed. Rotate it the whole way towards the outside. Bring it in. Rotate towards the inside. Little tiny stretches here. Rotate out. Maybe more, maybe not. And relax. Relax that ankle. Bring that knee in. Let's do the other leg. So up. So grabbing wherever works for you. You're going to pointing your foot, bringing that leg in, a little stretch behind here. Release, flexing your foot, finding that stretch. And release. Now keeping the foot flexed, long leg, rotate the toes out. And in. Center, flex, rotate out. And back to center and relax. Good, let's come up to a seating position, however you like. And let's relax the shoulders here a little bit. Let's lengthen the neck, pulling up a little bit, looking up at the ceiling. Just focus on the little stretch here. Don't work hard. Back to center, lengthen, looking down. And back to center. Release the shoulders. And gently drop the chin towards the chest. Give me a little roll to one side. Back to center. Little roll to the other side. And back to center and up. I hope you enjoyed the workout today. I do try to make it full body and working hard on those leg muscles as well without the use of heavy weights. So if you have a hard time feeling those leg exercise, send me a little note and then we'll see what I can do to help you find them. All right, so have a great day. Enjoy the beautiful weather and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.